You are listening to Thank Heavens, written by Alfred Vassallo, from the book of the same name.
Thank heavens. I see grass growing above my feet, flowers in abundance fresh and sweet, the erratic flying of the humming bee, the cooing of the birds all to hear and see. I heard the bombs screaming, old familiar explosions blasting. Falling chillingly and apart, the world has a broken heart. I thank heavens for its benevolence, for my life it's not always in distress, with difficulty I jump hurdles high and low, yet peace has not left me comfortless. Means of surviving is at hand, mystified population do not understand. We are doomed to kingdom come, listening to the muffled drum. I notice the blue carpet of the sky, the waves of the redwood branches high, the sweet-scented air of the fresh breeze, giving strength to prosperous trees. Citizens singing a cheerful song, the world existence does not belong. The war, an absolute crime, children cry sublime. I thank heavens for its generosity, the incredible potency of my delight, that in its wisdom delivered me shared throughout every day and night. Warmongers dictate ordering about, smiling falsely with a cursed mouth. And while the explosions sound, our frightened voices are drowned. I observe the generosity of the human heart, the unwelcoming storms of my inhabiting, the thorns that stems unexpectedly, cured by comfortable tears subsiding. In despair we accepting faith, our lives changed to wraith. Can we imagine hate so strong, while agonies prolong? I thank heavens with all my might, for all the gifts of its miraculous ways, with real perception and constant caring, throughout the 24 hours days. The church bells became silent, God did not rid us of the tyrant. The wicked shall prevail, while the virtuous will fail. I thank heavens for the darkened light, for God's love which is well known, the magnificent life which is second to none, for us the humans who will never be alone. Peace has ultimately left, we are indubitably dead. Cemeteries full with raising epitaphs mostly unread.
Ode to my heart. Gratifying the limitless heart and refined. Vivid are the inspiring visions so appreciated. Captivating the too enthusiastic mind. Which both are immeasurable and united. Around my humble life within me seated. A heart which raises my hopes for years. And years allowing joy and serenity spread inside. Forbidding any troubles to invite unwelcoming tears. Hoping the love of others continue to reside. Before my time is up, longing for peace alongside. This is the heart that reads me like a book. It knows the ins and outs of a weak man. Filling me with accurate images I can't bear to look. Pushing me forward towards an objective plan, which can reward me with a respectable lifespan. Oh heart, what would I do if in me you don't reside? If your beating weakens, I'll be unable to function. I'll be lost with precautions to take and guide. Keep on thumping, I don't wish to feel compunction. For love is growing more and wants resumption.
A life of a woman. I saw the bride immaculately dressed, kneeling at the altar with the groom, smiling slightly with much excitement, her shining face a rose in full bloom. I noticed the lady heavily pregnant, waiting for the fruit of love to arrive. For long days and nights she anticipated, her awaited newborn will surely thrive. I observed the mother holding the child, proudly and with so much adoration, look intently at the nurse apprehensively, the baby receiving the first inoculation. I noticed the lady walking with the infant, her eyes full of joyful and caring tears. At the start of a kindergarten day, for the infant's first educational fears. I glimpsed at her ironing the uniform with pride, hoping for the benefit of primary schooling. She wanted all that is best for her child, support fully to achieve the finest learning. She is worried as the adult child goes away, miles away to a special university that was chosen, promising herself to make daily contacts with the one and only important precious person. She saw her child immaculately dressed, kneeling at the altar waiting to be married, reminding herself how all this began, as tears of happiness her eyes emptied.
Under the fervent moon, I'm strolling confused and troubled, my weary eyes concealed. Under the fervent moon unsettled, I'm strolling confused and troubled, hoping I won't be repeatedly hassled, until from painful doubts I'm healed. I'm strolling confused and troubled, my weary eyes concealed. To a past life. Contemporary sonnet. In the disconsolate lands of darkness, shines a beam never I have seen before. A light full of grief, torment and sadness. An event I've never accounted for. Hidden thoughts roaming in obscurity. In gathered sorrow the heart stands, laid unadorned amongst impurity. Neither the mind nor the soul understands. The tortures of hell are easing at last, preserving death without horrors. The days of bemoaning are past. The dawdling pulsating heart releases morbid reflections active on one side, expressing views that had me crucified.
The perfect painting. When I was born a perfect painting was created, Mum the flawless canvas, Dad the artist of passion, hoping the child's life is blessed and not ill-fated. When I was born a perfect painting was created, in my teens I was disillusioned and desecrated, alcohol in my system became a must oppression. When I was born a perfect painting was created, Mum the flawless canvas, Dad the artist of passion.
A battle within. I am an alien, a stranger to my being. Yet another visitor too has evolved in me. Though this outsider is unknown to me, is also an old friend to my past. An old friend of doom, death, storms of violent thoughts, lashes my fragile body. With all that is left of it, there is an antipathy lurking inside me, which will turn my heart against my mind, and death will claim it all. Hope has descended from nowhere, but treachery awaits, masked in the form of doubt. It will shatter my confidence. The true feelings will be exposed. My courage, with my perseverance, will embark on a difficult journey through the maze of the uncertainties which were buried deep in my life, eventually will resolve my true self. Ode to Time. Where goes the time when it flies? Simplified by expression, and stained by clarity, smudged by lucidity, smeared by simplicity, tainted by intelligibility. Tempus fugit as in time flies, sharply distressing with painful feelings, to the point of mental instability. Morning or night, we become possessed with its mystic dealings. Where goes the time when it runs? Not a solitary explanation is found. It happens and it won't stop, until life terminates as well, without cause, derived of rationalization, lacking understanding, short of justification, bursting with vindication, persistently and with conviction. Where goes the time when it sails? From the second that we're born. Where were we existing? We cannot be so sure, cannot recollect the past, not for the first 5 of our years. Memory so blur, so shadowy, hazy with distortions, obscure and confusing. Unit our mind starts slowly to recollect. Where goes the time when it escapes? The chronology of life so mysterious. Nothing can solve its ambiguity. For time is a complex case, with an infinity of secrets. What's the obsession when we have so many setbacks, drawbacks and obstacles, obstructions and conundrums to take care of before time perishes away and leaves us stranded in oblivion? O time, you magnificent of all mysteries, the high and mighty of ambiguities, show us mercy and explain. We are not detectives of secrecies. Your spell with us reflects on the whodunits. O time of things past and yet to come, give us a clue as to what is to derive. Remember, it softly replies, make most of your lives. Once I fly away, no one can have a replay.
Plant an apple seed. Unsure of life beyond, preparation need to gain stability, courage and hope to avoid such needless sorrow, optimism and confidence establishes equilibrium, so plant an apple seed today even if the world dies tomorrow. In time of certainty hope would start to diminish, apprehension appears instantly while fresh worries grow, strength and faithfulness becomes a way of support, so plant an apple seed today even if the world dies tomorrow. So plant an apple seed today even if the world dies tomorrow. For everything there's a reason, time to every function. Nothing fertile derives if seeds sown in the wrong season. Keeping faith with God Almighty will ensure resolution. To a murderer, once he has chosen how to seize the last day, all his pastimes shall recount to nothing, for what has been done had its resulting. The past is a new place, that's what they all say. Thinking about what he's done will lead him astray, his version will be far from exalting, it will be justifying, accurate but not daring, after all he has derived all of his way. The time has come for him to renovate, to become a human being and act like one, all the harm he's done shall be replaced. Help, support and love he'll generate. He won't be forgiven for what he's done when he meets his God, he will not be misplaced.
A man from Zululand. Limerick. There was a bald fella from Zulu, a transvestite imitating Lulu, well spoken in Japanese. He's married to a Chinese. Happily they live in Honolulu.
Blind Man Dick. Limerick. Richard, a blind tall man nicknamed Dick, when he went out he walked with a stick. Women desired him a lot, so he gave them a shot. When he made love he felt awfully sick.
Patrick the Great. There was once a boy named Pat. His downfall was eating snacks a lot. He was woefully fat, a dully spoiled brat, who grew up to a big shot.
Tears of love. Till I touch and feel you in avid sure, no pleasure and honor so dear shall be, my deepest and innermost love to pour, in truest ardor it sets my heart free. A single voice can sing my flawless song, no tongue neither, and I truth can show, nor can any memory my love shall find, no one but you whom I love and know. In dejection eyes shone with tears of love, love. I shall take with me into my grave, my cry divine decried the Lord above, in hell I spurn, in bliss for you I crave. Buried with memories of you alone, concealed by the impenetrable stone.
Agonizing heart. Grieving so much as sadness arrive. I was kissed, betrayed and humbled. Dead I was yet living too. So much blood spilled when flogged with lashes of love, which deluded the meek heart, weeping along, down, in mud, on harsh ground, incising me, while the morbid heart became dull, very dull, uplifting my voice to scream, penetrating the hearts of some, Who believes and understand pains? My heart is dark as time escapes. My bravery somehow frightened. Though it feels cleansed from false love. So staunch and crucified. The despairing mind. That sucked warm blood. From within. My heart. Fast. If power I possess, I'd tell again. My story over. Of a disfigured heart. From an unsuccessful tale. Of a woman failing to meet the devoted heart I had for her.
Eagle Eye AM. Personification. I am beautiful, exotic, I know that surely, with pure white head and a yellow hooked beak, dark brown aerodynamic feathers and broad evenly wings, I fly extremely fast, faster than any bird so to speak. The eyes have primarily large pupils, I am gifted, I boast keen eyesight, always on the alert for duels with other birds, ensuring minimal diffraction from incoming light. I built my nests on towering trees or on high cliffs. My mate and I produce 2 eggs. She is of strong species. Unlike my partner, I am called an apex predator. My size is smaller and yes, I'm a killer. I am beastly. I am a powerful flyer. I soar on rising air. I am carnivore with great taste for varied prey. Fish is my favorite among other sustenance. I am cruel, devouring water birds every day.
Oh fuck. I have observed life from a distance. What a beautiful sight. I lived life for years from closeness. Oh fuck, what an awful sight. For the sake of the formality. Don't throw your life away. It is bad enough living in uncertainty. Just be content and live for a day. By our own accord we do wrong. No excuses can be put through. We are at fault with most decisions. Be frightened, judgment is overdue. With the appropriate changes we survive. Because we want to and not ordered. Nothing can be gained by force. Nothing will change if life is altered. May say words but it doesn't make it so. Promised words do not always fulfill. Live life in full, I was told once. I fucking did and went downhill.
To empower. I'll allow the simplest pledge in living, born of flesh and predetermined to die. We all have the deftness of forgiving, with a talent of turning blind eye. Living in a rapid environment, I shall empower our hearts to endure the fast-growing anguish and resentment, something to reassure us and secure. Sanctioning the trafficking of weapons, forbidding the exploits of capitalists' greed, leaders all over should learn their lessons, while religious bosses shouldn't mislead. I'll empower the gift of giving love, not only fulfills but also the God above.
Waltzing duo. Johann Strauss' Blue Danube sounded softly. Her voluptuous breasts complemented the wars. As they danced along each other, inciting me. While I sipped tequila with lemon and salts. As the music grew louder, so did the breasts' rhythm. My hands leapt with joy as I caressed them unhurriedly. With systematic and disciplined easy movements. I did this comprehensively and meticulously. The classical masterpiece came to an end. So did my dream about seducing a lady friend.
Sun rays. Radiant sun rays, scorching lone dry desert sands, dehydrated air, manifesting mirages, beyond time's mist horizon.
Edgar Allan Poe. Bostonian Rite of Prime. Fearless critic of his time. Published for the press. He scared us shitless.
Life in portrait. Sunset too brilliant, reflecting on a tree, a bright autumn evening, exhibiting its beauty spree, escalating scaling branches, like a heart walled by decree.
Requiem. Underling the terrors of judgment. By concentrating on the eternal rest. No external effect distracts from my soberness. It's an unassailable faith, a tarnished pest. I shall cry to the loudest climax. Recapitulating the deep regrets of life. I cannot provide a delicate solution. At the edge of a short continuous strife. Come what may, the grief remains. Never to wipe out a disillusioned heart. The time of death cannot come soon enough. Hoping the end means a new better start.
A woman of substance. From her succulent lips a smile draws near, mouth open, slightly gracious words I hear, with a heart so constant it keeps her pure, transmitting loyal signals to a mind secure. A woman of substance, not of money but of care, her beauty emancipates with whatever she wear, her charisma shines like the morning sun, to me a mother, I am her youngest son. In darkness she is, yet in light a queen, in shades of her death with God convene, fed from her breast I was prized and cherished, my woman's substance from life she perished. On her shoulders again I will not my head press, although her tender mother's love I still possess.
A set of haiku. Sun dance. From the east to west. The sun is new every day. Dancing in the sky. Mountain high. Snow viewing carpet. Mountain hills in deep winter. Intimidating. The cold is coming. The first day of winter. Changing clothes rapidly. Lingering cold breeze. Too cold. Padded dressing gown. Freezing winter atmosphere. Hot chocolate please. Leaking. Early winter rain. Uncomfortable at home. Replacing the roof. Death of a forest. A cluster of trees. A lumberjack's work not done. Sad ozone layer. Survival of the fittest. Tasty nourishment. Cat waiting for dinner. Baby mouse adrift. Cherries. Summer nurturing. Foliage of cherry trees. Short growing season. Getting cooler. Viewing autumn leaves. Escaping the summer heat. Light autumn drizzle. A snail. As the rainbow ends. Out it looms crawling slowly. Nourishment rummage.
At first glance. Getting out of the rubble I saw devastation, I saw frightened people distraught and lost, I witnessed the deterioration of a nation. An earthquake that ravaged the people most, their homes destroyed and loved ones dead, comes survival of the fittest at any cost. I noticed the anguish as diseases spread, gas leaks creating fires and more destruction, while more and more people are feared dead. Why was this let to happen by our divine host? We're the children of the Father, the Son and the Holy Ghost.
To a libertine. Knowing not the embarrassment and grief. Performing hurtful deeds without motive. Causing suffering to persons unknown. Despite the fact ethics I shall disowned. Knowing not why skies are dark and cloudy. Heart in gloom forcing me to be rowdy. My trouble seems massive and unruly. Knowing not why I'm often unduly. Knowing not my conduct. I don't oppose. I triumph over the weak and the foes. Causing pain I don't approve anymore. Wishing compassion I do we explore. Knowing not the complexities of true love. At times I feel escaping to the sky above.
Ode to a Rose. What color will you deliver today, on this such a lovely day? I wonder what fragrance I shall smell, only your majesty can tell. What will your fragrance be, if not a smell but also see? When others join in you'll blossom in a magnificent group, inducing my thoughts to create none other than a coup. O Rose the magnificent, the loving hearts will always lament, as part of the romantic gesture and create, some love is abused and with your presence it will aggravate. You are the symbol of that which is called love, nothing can deny your beauty that fits like a glove. The ladies melt under your presence, whether they're adults or adolescents. You also are a symbol of guilt and betrayal, the lover gets caught deceiving and there you are for a loving portrayal. Hypocrite you are though so beautiful your malice hides away, making the guilty feel guiltier causing the mind go astray. You are also very gracious but extremely vicious, your thorns prick deeply with wounds so malicious. Do you think we're so naive we wouldn't realize, that under that beauty there's something to despise? Though you are not a sign of human demise, at my funeral I want you there a gesture that defies, no lilies, no poppies and no wreaths all I need is your fragrance, so my grave waiting patiently for God's acquaintance.
To a sad heart. Appearing so sad I know I should be. Life is short and it ignores upsetting. I am a lost vessel in a stormy sea. What's the point allowing the heart burning? When love making ends in sorrows. She'll go her way and I'll go another. Ending without one about tomorrows. Only to remember moments and not suffer. So forlorn we are the hearts receives lashes. They're mixed in dense furnace of sensations. The fire built from weak and burning ashes. Will forever delight the past completions. So I will hold your tender body close to mine. Make love again just for one more time.
A loving feeling. The truth of her love suits me best, while with corporeal pains I stay, winning her for good is my quest, although in no way a squeeze play. I'm prone to awe about my life, it changes any time in the day, yet my heart feels the knife, although in no way a squeeze play. Grant me loving peace beloved, give me comfort and not dismay, don't let me be pushed and shoved, although in no way a squeeze play. Forever in my heart she'll be I'll compromise and meet halfway, let me love you more if you agree, although in no way a squeeze play. Rain and tears. Rain and tears pouring out of your eyes, arising sadness from a heart broken with cries, issuing warning to the mind full of hesitations. Negatively from black clouded reservations, amidst the disbeliefs of qualms and fears, nothing is left only rain and tears. Disbeliefs and doubts consumed your courage, tainting your character with passionate wastage. Esteem is what you're looking to achieve, appreciating all that you could believe. Rain and tears venerate your suffering, signaling the end of mental enduring.
Age has nothing to do with it. The novice lover at work. He brushed his hand over her hair. His heart thumping hard. She was waiting in despair. He sucked well. In punitive gasp. She did nothing. Managed a tight clasp. Her mouth wanted to take part. Enthused the lingering desire. She moved nearer down his body. Now in flames and blazing fire. Her wet sticky lips hovered. Skidded as her head moved. Wet and hot her feeling was. As he gladly approved. Nothing could stop him. Nobody could calm him now. He took charge of the situation. As he succumbed and saw. She tested him to the limit. With actions of her tongue. Forgetting she was over 50. Maneuvered him and felt young. Grasping her arms with force. The young lad pulled her down. Sank deep into her body. placating herself in a frown.
Children. Take me to the children that are yet to be born, I shall protect them from the future forlorn. Get me to the children that are in their mother's womb, I will show them their forthcoming luxurious tomb. Transfer me to the children which are not yet conceived, I will eradicate the sperm and from distrust they'll be relieved. Take me to the children, who will be poverty-stricken, take me to them, so that I won't condemn. Take me now to the innocent, to warn them from abusive laments. Show me the happy, happy children born of this world, already in dismay even though they have not yet unfurled. Stay where you are, unborn children of ours, and you shall bloom rather better than flowers.
A withered rose. A withered white rose treasured for life. A flower she gave me and kept all these years. Now it's pallid, emaciated and fragile. When I touch it my eyes fills with tears. Not a lot to show after time passed by. The prickled stems don't pierce anymore. The perfume has completely lost its smell. Yet the only flower I shall always adore. I praise and command its infinite patience. To meet you my time can't be much longer. I shall join you in nothingness and forevermore. We shall meet again in that divine sphere. Faith rewarded us with an unjustified severance, which deemed my life like a low-keyed violin. Your heart filled my dreams and gave me courage. You were my whole life and another one will begin. How could I give my love to anyone else? Could I have allowed another heart to intrude? The withered white rose will come to life again, and our love once again be renewed. Oh fuck. I have observed life from a distance. What a beautiful sight. I lived life for years from closeness. Oh fuck, what an awful sight. For the sake of the formality. Don't throw your life away. It is bad enough living in uncertainty. Just be content and live for a day. By our own accord we do wrong. No excuses can be put through. We are at fault with most decisions. Be frightened, judgment is overdue. With the appropriate changes we survive. Because we want to and not ordered. Nothing can be gained by force. Nothing will change if life is altered. May say words but it doesn't make it so. Promised words do not always fulfill. Live life in full I was told once. I fucking did and went downhill.
Body and soul. Astonish me with lustful thoughts, bite my lips to give mouth satisfaction, close those eyes that speaks with excitement, dazzle me with your breasts filled with intent, enslave me without porn or violence, for at the precise moment you're my guidance. I submit my intricate heart in silence.
A day of life. Sun and moon the planets of light. The former frequently rules the day. The other brings the shades of night. Butterflies on daisies hovering and play. Later bird slowly climbing stalks. Grasshoppers threatens their glorious day. Wild rabbits hide from the cunning fox. Snakes slither searching for food. A colony of ants working the stalks. The tiger and the deer forever in feud. The lion roar scaring the monkeys. Whereas a pair of hawks on a branch collude. The high street very busy in all countries. With shoppers, walkers and even junkies.
Ode to death. O death sublime shall resolve everything, eliminating all daily problems, eventually arrives resting, in graves or urns, I'll be resting without fuss, more likely devoid of bedlams. O death, the final boundary of life, the ultimate seducer, conquering my morbid afterlife, defeated in fright and strife, for you are the ultimate mystery producer. O death, revealing to us the crucial truth, taking away all our agonies, from the aged and the youth, this is our final journey of realities. O death makes time and space equal, scepters and weeds alike, continues in sequel, from the strong to the feeble, when we have a glimpse of you we psych. O death flourishes in your peaceful wealth, claiming us creatures of earth, great and small, sometimes hastily, other times at length, decaying the bodies and strength, possibly for another adventure to before. O humans, rejoice in the asset of the body, exalting the integrities which death pays, ending with something to embody, for you, me and everybody. If it comes unexpectedly, do not amaze.
To a courting couple. An awe-inspiring calling voice I heard, suppressing all that was said in the night. From nearby a pair of known legs appeared. Then we modestly lost our foolish fight. Silent was the hotel where we abode. But for our loud voices that would no lie. All that hateful feeling which we bestowed could not permit our sincere love to die. The pain and the grief which daily came will be defended by eternal joy, will be repaid with a future blessed home. No disagreements will our love destroy. It's our strongest token of love bequeathed. It will be accomplished when we're wedded.
A turning point. A fog that clings to my life, by a mist that's living cannot disperse, cause there's a vapor more frightening, daunting and in danger, entering very slowly but surely within. Ferocious fog grasping more with tenacity, gripping my heart so hard it leaves it motionless, hence motivating fear rather than unrest. It also inspires within me a mistaken identity, jaded with mystery, filled with anger, kicking into change without motion. Little did I know that the fog will clear, manufacturing a bright atmospheric mood, nullifying all the misty surroundings within. Optimism approached with hesitancy, peeping slightly through a small gap of my life, quietly entering the heart not to surprise. Rejuvenated disposition seemed possible, smoothing the way to a peaceful living, turning optimistically the corner of doubt, unwinding me totally and unexpectedly. Voices no more tremble in my mouth, warming the feelings which were cold and frightened, excavating deeply the muddy emotions hidden, yielding a cleansed interior waiting for fresh positive vibes, zeroing in a blissful future.
Ode to Edith Piaf. She was no beauty, the adorable singer. Only an ordinary person like me and you. Except for her brilliant voice. Who made me and you rejoice. France's national diva and a binge drinker. Poor Edith, I adored you without expectations. Made me cry every time I hear you sing. You were unlucky with your mother. Abandoned you at birth for a lover. Raised with prostitutes, made no preconceptions. You lived not like your song, not as a life of a rose. A complicated lady, you were loving only one man. A married boxer whom you adored. Killed in a crash, your life was flawed. Your traumatic life gained highs but mostly lows. No regrets, you sang for them and also for you. Edith, I never met you, still your heart and soul I know. Like the song, you did not regret anything. Your life, your joys, meant everything. Yesterday, today and tomorrow they begin with you.
To my marriage. When love came it was a charming feeling, as passion became stronger it was divine, while you shared my body life was exciting, once we made love I was yours and you mine. When we got married a fresh life began, you cared for me and I looked after you, once we fell pregnant our loves charted, 2 daughters arrived, all plans went through. As the girls grew up fast so did our love, when they had babies of their own we stalled, we were content and thank the Lord above, we had our life fulfilled, we were enthralled. Now, I sit with a hot drink in pains and crinkles, while you, my love, rubbing cream on your wrinkles.
I will yearn. I'll pray for clemency and release. I think I need to pacify. I want an innermost peace. I'll pray for a new heart to sanctify. A new mind to better thoughts. Thus I need true love to purify. My heart and mind tangle in knots. Complications are vast and uncontrolled. Thoughts unvaried and memory rots. Are there events that can be foretold? To eliminate grief and deprivations. Something optimistic to break the mold. I beseech immediate solutions. I be looking for absolutions.
To a book. A well-known teacher, without satchel or briefcase, without diplomas or gradations, not even years at universities. You are a definite enduring academic, cannot be out of place, one cannot read you, one cannot learn, unless they read you. A house without a book, showing something in empty space, what a shame, what a pity, a house without a book is disgrace.
Dying with you. My weight of losing you this way was wry. Upon my heart which aggrieved and torn. You did not hear my loud and final cry. Instead you blockaded your ears and scorn. You smiled at me while I was shedding tears. Mocking the serious and grave situation. Leaving me bemused and laden with fears. Hoping damned we're not to condemnation. Dying hurriedly and suddenly so. My love, you left my heart empty and sore. The dead cheeks and the smile were in full flow. Now I don't give a damn to cry out for. Hoping I'll join you, the triumph begins. Together, forever, in stillness no one wins. Typical weather. As little waves rolls against the shore. The thirsty sand is glad by the receiving. Similar to Oliver Twist, it asks for more. The sun cooling yet deceiving. While its worshippers wonder why the clouds are not retreating. A sudden clasp of thunder. A mighty storm in creation. While all swimmers ponder. Children and adults in frustration. This is the weather of the British nation.
William Shatner. An actor, not a jerk, played Captain Kirk. He got fat in time, that is no crime.
Ode to the Kama Sutra. Simulation of desire at its greatest passions. Types of embraces simplified by expressions. Caressing and kissing. Fondling and biting. With virile behavior at sexual possessions. Education of the smoothest copulation. The true game of love. Day and night under or above. Becoming obsessed with superior coitan. The positions that matters most. Genuine satisfaction for the woman host. From the ascent to desire position. To the erotic V situation. All poses to their station. Virtue is the highest goal. Merging aesthetic and carnal pleasure. Liberation of the bodies. Transcending into a virtuous control. Sexual education through and literature. Coalescing into something special and mature. Revelations of moral perspectives. Fertility prayers and their objectives. Sexuality and marriage collectives. There is nothing porn in the Kama Sutra teachings. Only two lovers blinded by passion. In the friction of sexual battle. Get caught up in their fierce energetic proceedings. Typical weather. As little waves rolls against the shore. The thirsty sand is glad by the receiving. Similar to Oliver Twist, it asks for more. the sun cooling yet deceiving, while its worshippers wonder why the clouds are not retreating. A sudden clasp of thunder, a mighty storm in creation, while all swimmers ponder, children and adults in frustration. This is the weather of the British nation.
I don't need weapons. Why I buy a gun, if not to shoot? Not a bird or a deer, but children to mute. Who needs a knife if not to slice? Not vegetables or bread but flesh of a being instead. To own a bomb a reason to explode, to devastate in full democracies to implode. I don't need a rifle to eat a rabbit or a fowl, I buy them in a market even if at the price I scowl. I don't need a knife to eat my roast lamb, I use my bare hands like I always use them. Why do I need a bomb when I have a loving heart? To love and respect everyone black or white and not apart. They are not stupid, realized will treat me accordingly. I cannot fool people all the time, I will feel the sense of inferiority. Can I possibly get away with deceiving, cheating without never getting caught? A fool I may be but not a fool all the time, I remember all but I quickly forgot.
Love unexplained. My kisses gives her solace. It keeps her mind at rest. My devotion towards her is full of strength, and our love becomes a breast. When I thought I was dead, I was haunted by horrible dreams. Now that I am still amongst the living, my illusions are full of screeching screams. We are one and never twain. Our love is easy, yet very hard to explain. I have to forsake myself and my heart. They are both fakes, through and through. False promises, pretense and deception. A miserable rotten life of things untrue. My true love gives her little hope. The times are gone of peace and leisure. While feeling the strong thumping of my heart, she submits into dreams of carnal pleasure. Love is not easy to understand. The representation of what I most detest is the awkward way of the unexplainable, which leaves me angry and distressed. We are forbidden lovers. Our affair is not easy, yet we find ways to keep our pleasures.
Crying the last cry. I want to cry for the last time, I need to sob to be happy at last, I desire to weep to be near you, to be liberated now and fast. I am not crying though I'm very sad, like a child lost with fear surrounded, I am not crying not yet anyway, for this reason I am confounded. To cry the last cry would be something, somewhere in the dark and far away, I am slowly dying and don't care. To this beautiful death I give way. Crying the last cry for pity's sake, a final cry for all the girls I made love to, for all the pains and hassle they've caused me, for the only one real love I have and is true. Crying the last cry for you beloved, my inspiration, my downfall, my condemnation, unexceptional love which lasted forever, one damned love which caused my deterioration.
Make me a man. O life of mine, make me a man, with strength to defend my right, encouraging to protect honesty. Let me discourage those who fight. O life of mine, furnish me with love, the one that knows what my heart needs. Teach me to cover all that is moral, all that is kind and all that succeeds. O life of mine, secure my thoughts. Let them be sincere in every emotion. Cancel out every tasteless objective. Help me guard against suspicion. O life of mine, detain my troubled soul. Let it be faithful through my time. Cleanse my heeds from corruption. Make me a man avoiding crime.
Picture in full. presenting me with gifts of obscurity, riches that are briefly concealed, retaining closely all my secrets in order they'll be revealed. Hoping that darkness will change, instead light will shine upon truth, shall become crystal clear like a signet changing to a swan. Tedious soars above me, mysteries embraces my heart, wretchedness subsists within my weak sanities will depart. The picture in full in front of my eyes, the image of an unknown I despise.
The day that God created. The beginning of the twilight before sunrise. In his astuteness God created an awesome sight. The orange-grayish sky, a wonder to be looked at, waiting for the sun to rise in delight, giving this wonderful heaven of light a perk for those who are waking up to go to work. As the sun appears over the eastern horizon, a beautiful bright yellow egg yolk appears. The birds in their own time starts singing melodies. The waves rolls by, calling the music of the spheres. As the sun shines brightly for long days, allow the people to give love and praise. Some mornings is extremely cold, often misty. Other times the early sunshine light the glades. How can one complain with such varieties? The leafy trees and flowering buds parades. I hope each morning is a peaceful one, with protection, respect and some fun. High noon and all is well, new gunfighters around. The sun crosses the meridian with dignity and poise. Most workers having a rest with something to eat. Children at the school playground making such noise. May all workers be protected from unwanted grievance. Safeguard pupils and teachers from unwanted defiance. Sunny and rainy afternoons they are there. One might need a siesta, others may read a book. A habitual family reunion on a Sunday afternoon. It will let the sporadic sibling of the hook. Home is a haven for the family's heart. May it be safeguarded with everyday start. School's out and workers heading home. The dining table ready with food and waiting. Laughter and sorrow complements the table. Hunger takes over, expecting the roasting. One manna was sent from heaven, having hope and enough food given. The start of twilight, sunset time for relaxation. Colors are scattered out of the beam by air elements, changing the final shade while the viewers see. As all of this is appreciated with honest compliments. All beauty of the colors distributed by nature. Hoping skin colors mix and happily join together. What sight to see dusk from a window of the plane. Painted dark skies with light blue-orange horizon. The streets are lit, hoping everyone is safe. With devotion should thrive and eagerness win. In the wisdom of nature was created love. It spreads throughout life, fits like a glove. The dead of midnight is the noon of thought. While we assume that all evils have full sway, the ghouls, ghosts, phantoms and vampires rule. All fantasies not to believed will have their way. We shower dreams and nightmares reduce, allowing not our foolishness to be our excuse. The small hours arrived until the coming of a new dawn. Nearly everyone in pajamas in bed and asleep. Dreaming dreams of wonder, dreams of love. Hoping they're not cruel and make us weep. As we sleep comfortable in our dwellings. Keep us away from evildoers and their dealings. I am love. I am love hovering all over you. Conquering your hearts I try. All is needed for the organ to open wide. Nothing to be bashful of, nor to be shy. Love I am and always will be. Without seducing the weak. Instead I comfort the saddened. Search for me and you shall seek. I will always be love wherever I go. Investigating the damage committed by hate. I will mend, cure and bring back happiness. I am love and for the hearts I'm great. Forget all the hate that is surrounding. Remember that I am love and I am strong. I take you by my hand and lead you towards bliss. If you believe in me, nothing can go wrong.
If every deed, if every heart was compassionate, where all purest vows were paid, while all rewards were given in full, love's reassurances will be laid. If every mouth uttered honest words, where livid feelings were terminated, not one soul would be cast aside, all hatred subdued and capitulated. If every eye saw nothing at all, where multitude of cruelty not spoken, ignoring awful truths and fidelities, nothing, not one love shall be broken.
Fear is not my name. Obscurity arrived rapidly, surrounding life hastily. With it came trepidation, a fear without name, void of animation, lacking status, short of foundation. It stalked my presence, a fear disturbing my mind, without identity, void of contour, existing in my dreams, aggravating, leading to beliefs, ambiguous ones, compelled to look upon the face. For I shall realize actuality I do not comprehend. Happens frequently. Terrorized by fear and unspecified dread.
If I was a turtle, with my rock-solid and heavy shell, I will be most glad for its protection, from unwanted predators, roaming about in seas and beaches almost naked and posing about. For the women are topless, no morality they're shameless. If I was a turtle, with my flexible wings, used mainly in the sea, giving me speed I've never known on land, I shall wipe out the danger on earth, and swim all over the oceans. For the bombs keep exploding, and innocents keep dying. If I was a turtle, looking for a mate to reproduce, I shall look for a dainty partner, speaking of freedom, supporting justice, wherever I shall go. For the people are awfully dictated, no one should be like this treated. If I was a turtle, I shall remain one for human sake, who want to a human being, living in stress and hate. If I was a turtle I shall stay one, for I won't have the capability to think, to plan mischievous deed, to betray, to destroy the air we breath, to torture and kill. For living is fucking bad, so bad that it is sad. If I was a turtle I don't have to hurtle. Thank heavens. I see grass growing above my feet, flowers in abundance fresh and sweet, the erratic flying of the humming bee, the cooing of the birds all to hear and see. I heard the bombs screaming, old familiar explosions blasting, falling chillingly and apart, the world has a broken heart. I thank heavens for its benevolence, for my life it's not always in distress, with difficulty I jump hurdles high and low, yet peace has not left me comfortless. Means of surviving is at hand, mystified population do not understand. We are doomed to kingdom come, listening to the muffled drum. I notice the blue carpet of the sky, the waves of the redwood branches high, the sweet-scented air of the fresh breeze, giving strength to prosperous trees. Citizens singing a cheerful song, the world existence does not belong. The war, an absolute crime, children cry sublime. I thank heavens for its generosity, the incredible potency of my delight, that in its wisdom delivered me shared throughout every day and night. Warmongers dictate ordering about, smiling falsely with a cursed mouth. And while the explosions sound, our frightened voices are drowned. I observe the generosity of the human heart, the unwelcoming storms of my inhabiting, the thorns that stems unexpectedly, cured by comfortable tears subsiding. In despair we accepting faith, our lives changed to wraith. Can we imagine hate so strong, while agonies prolong? I thank heavens with all my might, for all the gifts of its miraculous ways, with real perception and constant caring, throughout the 24 hours days. The church bells became silent. God did not rid us of the tyrant. The wicked shall prevail, while the virtuous will fail. I thank heavens for the darkened light, for God's love which is well known, the magnificent life which is second to none, for us the humans who will never be alone. Peace has ultimately left, we are indubitably dead. Cemeteries full with raising epitaphs mostly unread.
You have been listening to Thanks Heavens, Collected Poems, by Alfred Vassallo. Read by Hazel and Brian.